It's 342.
Type it in with it. How can you help?
It says, it should say member ID. Okay. So Ephraim's listening. I got Shanika, Angela, Ronnie. Who else are we missing? Missing a couple of other more students, but I don't want to prolong. Want to say check in with everybody. This is the first day of the second class. Congratulations to you all for finishing nutrition. Hopefully that wasn't too bad. I know it was different, but you got through it. So give yourselves a pat on the back for that. So we're into management. Hopefully you all went through this syllabus. I did want to kind of talk about what you're going to be doing in this class. Management, we're going to talk about what it means, how to function in a restaurant, and what would be required from you as both in a management position, as well as looking at what it means to function in front of the house, meaning like your servers, your bartenders, your hostess staff. And then we're going to get into different management styles. But I do want to kind of go over today your beginning of your project. What your project is, and I'm not sure who has looked up. I know I don't have all the days posted because I'm not necessarily sure how I'm going to pan out the rest of this week. But as far as you guys' assignments, but for this class, I'm not going to have you all do daily assignments. I'm going to have you all working on your journals. Working on your journals is going to be what prepares you for your project. You also have a presentation in this class. How we're going to do our presentation, instead of you all getting up in front of class like you would if we were here, we're going to do it just like we're doing our Zoom lectures. And one at a time, everybody's going to do their presentations. It's going to be you'll have up at least 5 minutes, no more than 8 minutes to do your presentation. Now, what your project is about is what your dream restaurant or your dream business would be. This is what's going to help you all in understanding how a restaurant functions. In detail, when I was in school, it was called our capstone. And because I did a bachelor's program, I had to do my capstone basically twice. So I took it once I passed the associate's part, I kept adding on to it to get my bachelor's. And it was definitely way, 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 way more detailed than what you guys have to do. But that's okay. The good thing about it is that I can kind of help you all with breaking this down. You're not going to have to do a cost control sheet as I did, but you will do cost control when you get into third quarter. I spent days doing out costing for my menu. So that's the good part about it, is that Chef Boyd is going to help you guys more so with that end when you get into third quarter. Now, back to what it is I'm looking for you guys, for what I'm looking for today. You're going to start working on your first journal entry. Hopefully you all have, I see that all of you have logged on to Moodle. What you're going to be doing is, I guess I can go ahead and share my screen. So I'm going to go ahead and, no, I can't bring it up. I can't bring it up on this computer, but I'm going to kind of read out loud what the project is, your first journal. Hopefully you all have looked at it so far. Does anybody have any questions about the journal? I know you probably do. Nobody looked at it? Oh no. All right. Oh, that's not it. I'm trying to log on to the other computer. So when you all log on to Moodle today, look up where it talks, look up day 1, and it's going to give you your first journal entry and what it is that I'm requiring of you to do. It talks about the management supervision attributes journal. This is basically your fantasy restaurant or fantasy business project. Like I said, this project is going to be what you carry through the rest of your quarter, through the rest of the time that you're here. You're going to take pieces of this and it's going to carry into third quarter, until fourth quarter, and it's going to really just help you all together when you guys get out there into the industry. Now, you think of your name for your establishment and get creative with this. Don't make it so basic as like, okay, for instance, Angela's Bistro. Get creative. Think about what's going to attract customers into your business. You can use acronyms. When I say acronyms, basically just like the first letter of each word, and create a whole new word that you use to describe as the name for your project. That's an option. There's many different options that you can use for the name of your restaurant, but I want you guys to be creative. I want to pull we're trying to pull some creativity out of you all. Your location. Your location can be anywhere in this world, but what I ask of you is to make it make sense. Your location needs to be relative to what your restaurant is, meaning that if I'm going to have, say, a cafe, a coffee cafe restaurant, well, who is my target market? Who are my customers? Where would be the best location for me to put that coffee space? Would it be inside of a mall? Would it be inside of an outlet mall even? Would it be connected next to, let's say, Walmart? Would it be somewhere that's inside of a Kroger? I'm just saying, just kind of get into my ideas. And who is my target market? Would it be college students? Would it be people on the go? Coffee enthusiasts? Where would my location for my restaurant be? And it needs to be relative or be connected to whoever your target market is. And it can be anywhere in this world. I don't care where it is, as long as it makes sense. And I'm going to go through everybody's journal, and I'm going to leave notes on how you can make it better so that when you do your project, that you get a better grade for it. That's the reason why we do journals. Your concept, I want in detail what your concept is. Even right now, you may not know fully what your concept is, but you might have an idea. But I want as much detail as possible about what your possible concept is. For instance, when I say concept, meaning that say you're doing a restaurant, a sit-down restaurant, and your concept is soul food restaurant. It's soul food. So you're going to have what is your ambiance going to be like? Meaning like, when somebody walks into your restaurant, how are they going to feel? What are the chairs going to look like? What is the lighting going to be like? What is it going to smell like when you walk into there? What is it going to look like from the outside? How is a person going to feel when they walk into your restaurant? That's what I want you to think of when you think about your concept. Competitive strategy. When I say competitive strategy, meaning that I want at least 3 restaurants or 3 businesses that are alike to your restaurant or to your business. Let's say, for instance, okay, go back to my soul food restaurant. Say my soul food restaurant is here, over by Ross, down the street. Who is my competition? Would it be that crab place that's down there? Would it also be, what else? S&S, that soul food cafeteria down the street? Those are my competition. Think of people who are around within a 3 to 5 mile radius that could possibly take your customers. That's what you want to think. Who is my threat? When I say my competition, is who am I going up against? How am I going to be better than them? And it doesn't even, when you talk about competition, it doesn't even have to mean somebody who is down the street. It could be somebody who from a different country, someone from a different part of the world who is also part of your competition. Remember, hey, Ephraim, oh, there you go. You got it. Can you hear me? Okay. Okay. So, let's see. So that's your competition. Going into your mission and vision statement. What's the difference between a vision and mission statement? Well, I am going to show you. When you're talking about your vision and mission statement, you're thinking, when you talk about mission statement, think more so what what your restaurant is about. What is it that you plan on doing daily? I'm sorry, trying to share my screen here. What? Go away, go away, go away, go away, go away. Okay, so hopefully you all can see my screen. I'm sharing my screen with you. But the difference between mission statement and vision statement is mission is short term, whereas vision statement is more so long term, or it's more inclusive, meaning that it's about the community. You're using words like everybody, the world, community, worldwide. You're thinking more so in the future. So let's look at an example for Tesla right here. The mission statement is to accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy. Your vision statement is to create more compelling car company of the 21st century, see long-term, century meaning 100 years, by driving the world's transition to electric vehicles. So you see the difference between mission and vision statement? Mission statement can be more so of what you're trying to accomplish on a day-to-day basis. Vision statement is what you plan on accomplishing within your community, wherever your restaurant or your business is located. And if you all have more questions about this, please feel free to call me and I can further explain it to you. I know we're limited here because we're doing it over via Zoom. Let's look at another vision and mission statement for Amazon. Mission statement is we strive to offer our customer the lowest possible prices, the best available selection, and the utmost convenience. That's your mission statement. That's a day-to-day. That's day-to-day. Vision statement is to be Earth's, see, big, thinking more worldwide or thinking larger, most customer-centric company where customers can find and discover anything they want to buy online. That's long-term, that's anytime, that's what, as long as your company exists, that is what you're trying to accomplish overall. That is what your company wants to be known for overall. So hopefully, does that make sense? And for those of you who can hear me, do you kind of get an idea of what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Okay. And of course, if you need some more help, I can go through it more in detail with you. Let's do one more, Patagonia. Mission statement is to build the best product, cause no unnecessary harm, use business to inspire and implement solutions to the environmental crisis. Your vision statement, and that one, I have to be honest, kind of almost borders on both mission and vision statement. Why? Is because it talks about environmental crisis. Your vision statement for Patagonia is a love of wild and beautiful places demands participation in the fight to save them and to help reverse and steep decline in the overall environment. See, using the word overall, it's more inclusive. It's including everybody, or it's including on a wider scale, environmental health of our planet. See, using words like community, worldwide, overall, everyone, things that, include everybody. So hopefully that kind of helps with your mission and vision statement. What I want from you all today is to read through chapter 1. Focus more so on the definitions, of course. Think about who you are as a leader. What type of leader do you plan on being? Who's more important, your customers or your employees? Most people think that the customers is always right, but realistically, if you lead and guide your employees to be independent thinkers and a high performing staff, then you don't have to worry about constantly micromanaging. They will do whatever it takes to please the customers. So realistically, you want to think of your customers coming first. Oops, sorry. Crazy where she started going. So yeah, if you are leading a staff or leading a company to be more independent thinkers, have high performance standards, then you don't have to so much as worry about them giving your customers or your customers a poor experience or a bad experience of your company. Hopefully that kind of makes sense. Please go over basic management activities. Also review over your SWOT analysis. SWOT meaning strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Think of that when it comes to your competitive analysis. That is why we do SWOT analysis, to figure out who our competition is and how do we find our strengths. What are we better at than they are? What are our potential threats? What are opportunities? And what are our strengths? So when you're doing your competitive strategy, think of a SWOT analysis. Let's see, management styles. For page 10, please make a marker of that. We're going to use this in, I believe, journal 3 or journal 4. So when we talk about management styles, so we'll come back to page 10. That is pretty much all I really wanted to go over today, but please read over chapter 1. We will kind of review and go back over it come Wednesday. Wednesday we'll have a second Zoom call at 11 a.m. So we can knock it out a lot sooner, and we'll go kind of skim over chapters 2 and 3, and as well as your journal for 2 and 3. So does anybody have any questions? No, yes, no?
No.
Yes, chef, no, chef? All right. Well, you all have a great day. Please, if you have any questions, please feel free to call me. I'll go over it with you as best as possible. Remember, I'm always here for you all, whether it be via text message, phone call, or whatever. Don't do this on your own without getting a clear understanding of what is required of you. That's one of the biggest mistakes that I think some of the students make, is that they're trying to do this on their own without getting a clear understanding. Remember, I'm always here for you. Chef Boyd's always here for you. Chef Anderson, Chef Carlson. But remember that you can always call on me. All right? If you all don't have any questions, you all can have a wonderful day.